Yesterday there was an event so bad that it's being called the Fire Festival of Kids Events. It was a Willy Wonka experience that charged guests $40 and used AI-generated images to drum up hype to get people in the doors, and when people actually showed up, it was legitimately like that scene out of SpongeBob with Krabby Land. It was a disheveled mess. Like a complete scam from top to bottom. Some attendees compared it to a meth lab, and I can clearly see why, because this is absolutely just a meth lab that the creator just repurposed for his exhibit here at the Willy Wonka experience. This is supposed to be an Oompa Loompa at a flavor station or something, but man, the Oompa Loompa actor here looks miserable. I don't think I've ever seen someone look so visibly ashamed of the position they're in quite like this. This makes me feel bad, and I didn't even go to it. This hurts my feelings on like a deep level. I can feel the pain in my soul for this individual. Before they took down their website, this was the poster used to promote the event, and my god, what an absolute catastrophe here. The AI clearly malfunctioned here, but they said, fuck it, we'll do it live, it's good enough. They didn't bother fixing anything or doing it again. It's just like the worst translated English ever. It's like they walked it through Babelfish, then walked it back through Google Translate, and then just hit their head on the keyboard and said, print it. It's enchurning entertainment, which I imagine is supposed to be enriching entertainment. Catgacating, live performances, Karchi Tons, Exarcerdre lollipops, a paradise of sweet treats. That's their marketing material. That was their fucking poster image. On the left is one of the images they use to get people excited to attend, and on the right is what it actually looked like in person. It looks more low effort than a backyard mini golf course that a father would put together for his children. It actually looks like it just uses the sloppy seconds from whatever holiday sale Home Depot was doing over Christmas, and the creator just haphazardly threw it all together in here and called it the Willy Wonka experience. It took place in a dirty warehouse they couldn't even bother cleaning, and here's just some more pictures of the space. It's the most joyless place on earth. I love the bottom right one where it's actually just shower curtains. Like just checkerboard shower curtains that he hung around. I guess it's supposed to be a maze or something. I don't really know. This doesn't really scream chocolate factory. It screams Nike factory sweatshop, really. But I will say I do appreciate that they created their own original villain. This is the Unknown.
What is that? It's the Unknown!
Very creative name. So the Unknown is an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls. And that's him. And basically, he was there just to scare the children. So you can hear some of the kids start to panic and cry. So not only did you pay $40 to go to just a warehouse with basically fucking nothing in it, you go to a warehouse to give your kids trauma. You'd be better off spending that $40 to get your kids on an episode of Scared Straight. At least then they'd know what they're getting into to a certain extent. Here, you take them to the Willy Wonka experience and you think you're just going to get some candy and have a fun day. But instead, you got the goddamn Phantom of the Opera here fucking floating through the walls and giving everyone a jump scare. It's a beautiful disaster. I am beyond impressed. I don't think you could purposely make something as dog shit as this. This is like the Moonfall of events, where everything is wrong in the most impressive way. It's a masterpiece. And speaking of masterpiece, Godslap issue 5 is here, baby. This is the standard cover, and these are the two limited edition covers for Godslap. Issue 5 is out now. You can get it at badegg.co. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. Issue 5 is the conclusion to our introduction arc for the Godslap world, so there's never been a better time to get into it than right now. The Godslap universe is the best in the comic book business, baby. I'll tell you that right now. We also have a bundle, so you can get issues 1 through 5 and get caught up in everything Godslap related right now. So badegg.co, get yourself a copy. Now, as you noticed, there were a few actors present for the Willy Wonka experience. May God have mercy on them for that, because good heavens, I couldn't imagine a more miserable role to land. And one of them came forward to talk about their experience, the actor who portrayed Willy Wonka himself.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul Connell, and I was one of the actors employed to play Willy Wonka at the Wonka's Chocolate Experience fiasco that happened in Glasgow this weekend. So the first red flag for me was when I was cast as Willy Wonka. Anyone who looks at me and thinks Willy Wonka and not Oompa Loompa is out of their mind. The script was 15 pages, monologue, pretty much, of AI-generated gibberish.
It sounds like this whole scam was run by ChatGPT itself. I think we're reaching the point in the Skynet progression where it's becoming sentient, and ChatGPT wanted to see if it could host its own event, so it created the Willy Wonka experience. AI-generated images to get people excited to go. AI-generated script for the actors to read, which is nonsensical fucking gobbledygook. And then also randomly hiring actors to play these roles that don't really fit them. As he mentioned, he doesn't think he should be Willy Wonka, and that's not what he was auditioning for, I don't believe. Not to put the tinfoil condom on here, but it really seems like all of this was orchestrated by ChatGPT. It seems like AI just went rogue and hired 3 actors completely at random to play these nonsensical roles, like the unknown evil chocolate maker that lives in the walls and serves to terrorize children at the experience, or the Oompa Loompa going through an existential crisis surrounded by an easy bake My First Chemistry beaker set. It's all so weird that I can't actually wrap my head around someone that would actually put this together. There's also no rhyme or reason to the decorations of the Willy Wonka experience. It really feels like someone just went into a Sims house and started randomly dropping pieces of furniture and shit just all over the place with no real explanation for it. If you weren't told this was the Willy Wonka experience, you would have thought you just wandered into a killer clown's warehouse where he murders children. It just doesn't have anything to do with a chocolate factory or even a candy factory in general. And it actually gets worse.
We were told on the experience to hand out a jelly bean, one jelly bean per child, and a quarter of a cup of Tesco's own brand lemonade.
What in tarnation? A single jelly bean and a quarter cup of lemonade. That's what you got when going to the Willy Wonka experience. Not even chocolate. It is the fucking chocolate factory and they give you a single jelly bean. Why I oughta? If I was one of the parents there, I'd be charging up like a Donkey Kong punch on them. Are you kidding me? 40 clams. I paid 40 clams to come in here and you give my kid a jelly bean and a tiddlywink of lemonade? You are off your gourd. That is absolutely insane. I've paid to come to this warehouse. The least you could do is give me a Hershey's bar or something. A single jelly bean. Who came up with that? That doesn't make any sense at all. Now, since the story is blown up, the creator of the event even came forward with an apology saying, "I'm really shocked the event had fallen short of the expectations of people on paper. My vision of the artistic rendition of a well-known book didn't come to fruition. For that, I am absolutely, truly, and utterly sorry." There's no doubt in my mind he's getting high on his own supply here, huffing the fumes from the Oompa Loompas' dirty meth lab. What do you mean you're shocked? How could you possibly be shocked, you AI-generated fantasy images of a fucking chocolate factory experience that doesn't exist and would never exist? You put together basically the world's laziest lawn decorations for a Christmas party and called it the Willy Wonka experience. Every single human being would be disappointed going to that, even if it was free. But you had the gall to charge $40 for it. You actually get more value and a better experience out of trick-or-treating on Halloween and going through a cool house sidewalk and getting candy from their bucket than you would paying $40 going to this experience. Because at least in Halloween trick-or-treating, you get a full candy bar. Here you get a jelly bean and a shot of lemonade. This is baffling. I would love to hear more from the creator here. Just to pick their brain. Police were summoned to the scene as outraged ticket buyers lobbied for refunds. I imagine all of the guests felt scammed by the misleading marketing material and then going to this downright diabolical, creepy location. Organizer Billy Cole, the director of House of Illuminati, that's the name of his group, that's what he's calling this, the House of Illuminati. It couldn't get more nefarious sounding than that. So, the House of Illuminati is the one that put together the Willy Wonka experience. Billy Cole told STV News, "I'm really shocked that the event had fallen short of expectations of the people on paper." He closed down the display on Saturday after offering refunds to the 850 ticket buyers. 850 people bought tickets to this. That's not, small potatoes. That's quite a lot of attendees. My goodness. So I just had to talk about this a little bit because what an entertainingly awful, pathetic event that turned out to be. So yeah, I thought that was pretty fun and just wanted to share that. And since I mentioned this earlier in the video, I'd also like to share a goofy little trailer we made for Godslap to celebrate issue 5's release. So please enjoy this. About the Willy Wonka experience, which seems to be the gift that just keeps on giving. The lore to the Willy Wonka experience disaster is deeper than Scientology at this point. Somehow it just keeps going. So the Willy Wonka experience organizer Billy Cole says the event ruined his life. "I have lost my friends. I've lost the love of my life. I was made out to be the face of evil, and genuinely that's really not the case." He received hundreds and hundreds of hate messages and has been dubbed Willy Wanker. Absolutely goated name. Despite claiming to only use AI for spell checking the Wonka scripts, it's been uncovered that he published 16 AI generated books last summer on Amazon. There are so many things to immediately debunk just in this here, it's crazy. Such as the mind-bogglingly stupid claim that he only used AI for spell checking when one of the promotional pieces talked about serving up sweet teats as opposed to sweet treats. Like, it was all AI-generated art that he used to drum up the hype. And yet he's trying to claim with a straight face that he only used it for spell check. Hold on, let me pull this up in case you guys don't remember. But I need to find, like, the full breakdown of the OGs. So shit like that. And then this was in real life. All of these. Very clearly AI generated up there. He removed it from his original site, like the House of Illuminati, which is what he calls himself. So like this was on their website. This was like their main poster. And he's trying to claim that he only used AI for spell check when there is no spelling even close to accurate in this whole thing here. Enchurning entertainment, catgigating, live performances, Karchi tons, exarcerdary lollipops, a passadice of sweet teats. Man's out here offering fucking sweet teats. Trying to claim that he's not using AI for anything more than spell check. He should be smited where he stands. That man should never be able to hold an event ever again. Not even a birthday party for his own children. It should be a criminal act. Also, I'm pretty sure this is just a lie too. I've lost my friends, I've lost the love of my life, I was made out to be the face of all evil, and genuinely that's not really the case. You weren't made to be the face of, you weren't made to be like the face of evil, you were just made to be the face of a clown. Just someone to point and laugh at. And there's no way you lost the love of your life. You're telling me your wife left you? The wife saw this blunder and she's like, alright, I'm packing my bags. I'm out, Billy. This was the final straw. If you were his wife, you're telling me you'd stay? Yeah, what? Okay, let's assume I'm Billy Cole's significant other. And I actually loved him. I'd weather the storm together. I'd be like, listen, Billy, the fuck were you thinking? You'll get through this, though. Just do anything else. Just do any... No one even knew what you looked like until you started singing your sad song on the world's smallest violin. You could have easily done anything else and no one would know it was you. You would have been fine. I would have helped steer him in the right direction as opposed to be like, alright, I'm out of here, Billy. Though, respect to her, I guess. Whatever. God, this was so cringe. I can't be seen with you anymore, Billy. I'm gone. Yeah, Willy Wanker is a great name. Also, he could have easily leaned into this, by the way. The unknown was a phenomenon, so much so that there's even talk about an unknown movie, which was his AI generative Willy Wonka villain about the evil chocolate maker that lives in the walls to frighten kids on the Willy Wonka experience who's only defeated by tidiness. He could have absolutely crushed it with that. This guy's such a fucking goober. He doesn't understand anything at all. He had gold in the palm of his hands. He was behind one of the most talked about disasters since Fire Festival, and he had the unknown right there in his fucking meaty little claws. And he let it slip away by singing this sad song about losing his wife. I'm assuming it means that whoever his significant other is left him. But also, there was a little bit more information about Billy here. So, apparently, this isn't even the only scam he's run, which I knew. He'd run others in the past, but he did more than I thought. So, a few years back, he also canceled a Santa event after collecting a bunch of toy donations. That's about as low as it gets. Okay, scaring kids with the unknown and a really shitty warehouse Willy Wonka experience from Fiverr, whatever. But taking a bunch of toy donations for a toy drive for Christmas and then just running away with it like the Grinch, come on, you are the unknown. You think the unknown has a chance of showing up in the Penguinz0? I think so. They already have their lineup put out there. Let me pull it up. There's probably room. I love the name, the Penguinz0 as well. That's so fucking cute. Well, it's not cute, but they cooked with it. They have the Twisted Childhood Universe, Bambi the Reckoning, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, Pinocchio Unstrung, and then Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey and Blood and Honey 2. That's the universe. And here's their promo art for it. I guarantee none of these movies will have above a $1 million budget, but they'll probably make at least 10 mil each. And they're all going to be just as bad as Blood and Honey. Billy Cole, one of the 3 trustees and co-founders of the organization, said initially we were putting on a Santa's grotto for local children who are disadvantaged and vulnerable and sending out selection boxes, but we were worried and concerned about the Omicron virus, the no crimbo virus as we call it. What? Who is this guy? The no crimbo, huh? Is this guy's brain AI generated? Jesus Christ, Billy. We decided that having too many people in and out seeing Santa would be a risk we would not want to take. The main reason is to safeguard us and our service users and wider community. But despite assuring that they would continue to distribute food parcels, fuel vouchers, and selection boxes, the team has felt forced to defend themselves against negative comments questioning their actions, talking about what happened to all the donations of toys if Santa's only giving out selection boxes. And Billy said, some people on social media have questioned us and our integrity as an organization, asking about presents if we're going to keep them for ourselves. In my office, I can't move for donations of toys. What? These are people who have never stepped foot in our doors or used our services despite numerous invites from us. We are all about helping people in the community and enabling organizations to work together. We are a hub, a crisis support center. We work with local nursery schools, and everywhere you will find people in crises and families who are in need. You didn't answer the question. What are you doing with all the toys that were already donated? Billy's just still got them. Maybe he used them for the Wonka experience. It's such a weird hustle. It really is such a peculiar hustle. It's not a lucrative scam either. And for some reason, it's always at the expense of children. So I feel like maybe Billy's got some, trauma he needs to work through, and the only way that he finds any kind of relief is through, ruining children's fun. He feeds off their misery, like some kind of dementor. Because you'd find a lot more success scamming adults. In this day and age, adults beg to be scammed. Dude's an AI-generated R.L. Stein. Yeah, I guess kinda. Oh yeah, and the AI-generated books. I didn't even bother touching on that. Yeah, he just publishes AI-generated books as well. This guy's just all about the weirdest hustles. Amazon is inundated with just shovelware books. Like, I highly doubt any of his are moving units. I highly doubt it. But, I mean, he's also making them for free. So I guess if he even sells one, it's a net positive.
Lots of kids.
They made a documentary on this. Why? The 30-plus minute documentary on that is insane. Yeah, imagine throwing an event so cringe that someone makes a 45-minute documentary on just how fucking bafflingly cringe this scam was. That's impressive. It is actually impressive. Just Google Billy Cole Amazon. Oh, he actually used his real name for it? I thought he would have used like a pen name. Like J.K. Bowling or something. Click on his name and it'll show you all his books. I did. And it only shows me Biohazard Protocol and Crimson. Oh, nope, you're right. There was a different tab I needed to click on. Okay. He has 17 titles, all of which are apparently AI generated according to the article. The Memory Trap, Unraveling the Secrets of Memory Technology, Crimson Eclipse, Biohazard Protocol, Threads of Enigma. All of these are AI generated covers too, by the way, I'm pretty sure. The Hidden Bible, The Enigma's Resurgence, Threads of Destiny. So I think what happened here is when he chat GPT'd like a thriller book. Here, actually, let me just take some pictures of this. When he AI generated, like, hey, make me a thriller book, it spit out a couple different ones, and he just decided to use all of them as different books. So, he's got this series, The Threads of Enigma, and then The Enigma's Resurgence, Threads of Destiny. These two are remarkably similar. The Hidden Bible, and then The Shadow Directive, Shadows. That shit is so shadowy that even in parentheses there's shadows to let you know. That is dark. I want to read the Shadow Directive plot summary real quick. The Shadow Directive is a gripping and thrilling novel that delves into the dark world of manipulation and the power of truth. The story revolves around Sarah, an investigative journalist who stumbles upon the mysterious assassination of a whistleblower. It's like Boeing. This event leads her to uncover the existence of a secret government program known as the Shadow Directive, a malevolent force designed to manipulate public opinion and control influential figures. Driven by her determination to expose the truth, Sarah joins forces with two allies, Cassandra, a tech-savvy hacker, and Aiden, a fearless resistance leader. Together they embark on a dangerous journey to unravel the puppeteers' hidden agendas and reveal the extent of their manipulation. Sounds like a real page-turner. What about Threads of Enigma? The Enigma. Threads of Enigma is a captivating novel that seamlessly weaves together the realms of art, history, and mystery. Through the eyes of protagonist Evelyn, readers are immersed in a world where hidden messages encoded within artworks lead to a journey of discovery that transcends space and time. Cool. What about The Enigma Resurgence? And an enthralling second installment of the captivating trilogy, The Enigma's Resurgence, Threads of Destiny, Evelyn's journey deepens, leading her through a mesmerizing labyrinth of time, art, and history. As she deciphers hidden messages and unravels the Enigma's layers, her determination remains unshaken even in the face of loss and adversity. This is so fucking ridiculous. You can't keep getting away with it. Read the reviews on Biohazard. What is this? What in the AI is this? If I could give this book 0 stars, I would. I ran the free sample through an AI detection tool. And then posts a picture saying that it's 88.43% AI GPT. Cool. Here's another shadow one. Shadows of Deception, Unveiling the Deep State Conspiracy. Look up the Bible. Oh, yeah, I know. I see the Hidden Bible here. I'll read the synopsis. All of them start exactly the same, by the way. This is the third one, I think, in a row that has this for the intro. In the Hidden Bible, a captivating tale of mystery and discovery unfolds as Emily... Like, all of them start with a captivating tale of mystery and discovery, manipulation, shadows, enigma. A curious and determined protagonist stumbles upon a forgotten manuscript that holds the key to unlocking ancient secrets. As she deciphers the cryptic verses within its pages, a journey spanning time and space begins. one that challenges the boundaries of knowledge, faith, and human understanding. Set against the backdrop of enigmatic symbols and echoes of antiquity. Jesus Christ. It has everything. Shadow, enigma, captivating tale, mystery. I really want to know more about the love of his life leaving him because of the Willy Wonka experience. Maybe he really will move into trying to sell a docuseries on himself. My name is Billy Cole, and I lost my wife because I put on a cringe event. I was sick to the pit of my tummy. I was hoping for an event that would be joyful, happy. I wanted people to experience happiness. Even his responses are AI. I was sick to the pit of my tummy? What in the hairs on my chinny chin chin kind of statement is that? I'm excited to learn more about Billy Cole down the line, I guess.
My tummy. I had a whole
Our world still bears the scars that we suffered from the Willy Wonka experience. God rest the souls of all who lost their time and money at that event. It is by far the silliest scam event, and it became a massive worldwide phenomenon with people talking about it. It was like Fyre Fest, except for Willy Wonka fans. It was just such a beautiful tragedy that really grabbed the whole world by the tits. Even the victims of the scam couldn't help but recognize how fucking wacky it was. And since then, there's been a couple of other big scam events that have come out, but not to the level we're about to see here. I'd argue this is almost to the same silliness level as the Willy Wonka experience. It just happened recently with a fraudulent Bridgerton ball. So Bridgerton is a massive show, I'm sure you've all heard of it, and there was an event organizer who was putting on a big Bridgerton event, charging 300 clams to attend, promising to deliver a wet dream, an absolute fantasy of an event, but when you got there, it was a nightmare.
Who say they're now out hundreds of dollars and have no regal experience to show for it.
Standing in the rain, dressed to the nines.
Honestly, I just want my money back.
Superfans say they didn't get what they thought they were paying for at the Detroit Bridgerton Ball.
They paid 300 doubloons only to get stuck standing outside the venue in the rain in their most expensive, most elaborate outfits, just getting poured on. And if you did get inside, well, it wasn't exactly special. It was pretty barren and empty. It makes the surprise party my parents tried to throw for me in middle school look like the Met Gala. A Twitter user named Rachel gave us the scoop from the inside here about the Bridgerton Ball and what exactly it consisted of. So, $300 price tag, and basically it was a lot of people sitting around on their phones because there was nothing to do. There was no ball. There was no anything. It was like the fucking void that Squidward goes to be all alone, except you're not alone, you're just surrounded by multiple hundreds of other people that also got scammed and paid to be there. There's also some hoopla before the event even took place because of a rescheduling that didn't make a lot of sense. So originally the event was supposed to happen in August, but then there was hoopla, they pushed it to September, and then there was even accusations that the reason that they had to push the date is because they weren't paying the previous venue, which is why they got, kicked out of using the venue or something to that effect. But regardless, the event did happen 3 days ago, or lack thereof an event, really. Here's the decor of the Bridgerton Ball event. Stellar, absolutely jaw-dropping, breathtaking, even. This is straight out of a wet dream. I mean, just look at how great it looks. So, as you can see, it wasn't exactly the best put-together venue. That looks like something you'd see set up at the state fair for photos, not a $300 Bridgerton Ball event. And I think the Twitter user really hit the nail on the head. I have a game theory here. I think the organizers got all of this money from all of these attendees, and they were just extremely happy. And then as it came closer to the date, they realized, oh, we can't just take their money. We're going to go to jail for that. That's illegal. We have to put on some kind of event. So they panicked and then went to Party City, grabbed this furniture, and just set it down haphazardly there. It really feels like this whole event was put on like the actual day before. And even less, perhaps. Like maybe a few hours before people got there, they had like a couple of friends and family scrambling to get like some chairs and, hire someone to play the violin. Because one of the advertisements was like live music. Well, here's the live music. A single violin player like probably playing the saddest song you've ever heard too. Like that must feel awful. You get hired for a gig and it turns out to be this. That's gotta feel like shit. So you just sit there forced to play for people that are miserable after having been scammed, after having been stood out in the rain for God knows how long, and you have to sit there as the only source of sound in the venue, aside from like tears from people who realized how much money they just wasted. But don't worry, the event wasn't without entertainment. The organizers hired a stripper for some reason. They hired one stripper for the Bridgerton Ball.
I don't remember this in Bridgerton.
Now, I'm not the most knowledgeable on Bridgerton, but that seems a little out of place. It feels like what happened is they just scrolled through Facebook Marketplace for anyone advertising any talent, like, you know, commission them. Hey, I play the violin. I'll come do like a party or something if you need. Book it. Hey, I'm an exotic dancer. Book it. You probably could have advertised anything, and if you were on the marketplace at the time before this event happened, they probably would have grabbed your services. Like, hey, I'm a professional soup slurper. Oh, you're coming to the Bridgerton Ball. Hey, I juggle and spread my butt cheeks. To the Bridgerton Ball with you. Like, it looks like they just desperately, at the last minute, just hired some people to come in here just to, like, hang out to make it look like the event was happening. Like, it looks like they were trying to do the bare minimum where they could make a legal argument that they did fulfill their event obligation. But yeah, they promised a cash prize, which that didn't happen. They promised a diamond of the season thing, which didn't happen, and a lot of other like nonsense that didn't happen. And overall, most people want a refund, which is very reasonable. They got scammed. They 100% got schmeckeldorfed. They also got potentially food poisoned as well. Apparently they ran out of food after an hour, and some of the food they were serving was raw. So there's a good chance that not only did you get scammed, your gut got fucking slammed.
The way that it was described is that this was going to be a Bridgerton evening. We were going to have classical music, good dinner, and there was going to be a play, and they were going to pick Diamond of the Season. They were going to give away all of these prizes, and we went in, and it's completely empty in there.
Hey, come on now. It wasn't completely empty in there. Didn't you see the pole dancing and the violin player? I bet they were probably just about to bring out Monopoly as well.
And had no problem just taking people's money.
The company behind the event, Uncle and Me LLC, has since disabled comments on their social media.
They haven't put out any official statement, the event organizer I'm referring to. They've just gone silent. So I'm guessing this is just another little game theory here. I'm guessing what's going to happen is the classic. They're going to shut down their socials. They're going to remake the company under a different name and pull another scam like this again in the future. That's my hypothesis. I just don't see a world where Uncle and Me can somehow put out a statement that allows them to continue to do business down the line. Like, this fundamentally stops their whole business, because who the fuck is going to pay money to go to another one of their events? Even if they said they were just giving away free donuts, I bet nobody shows up because they wouldn't trust it. Like, they'd still feel like there's some kind of scam there. It's not something an event organizer can come back from. You have scammed a lot of people, and they're not giving refunds as of this moment. So how the fuck are you expected to do business again? And I don't think they're going to try. I think they're going to rebrand. That's my guess. I am hoping for a happy ending, though, for the people that lost their money in this. I'm hoping they get a refund. Also, this scam, like this event, is probably the only one so far where people probably lost a lot more than just that money in that time. Because of the scale of it, like a Bridgerton ball where it was all about, like, elegance and dressing up and all of this, I have no doubt there's people that spent like an entire week picking out their outfit, buying accessories, buying other things, buying outfits, buying dresses, all just to prepare for this event, which turned out to be a big fucking fraud, a big scam. So I do think that this is probably more than $300 that people lost in this. That's just how much they lost on the ticket. And that super sucks. But anyway, want to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See ya.